Hey, Michelle.
All right, cool media of the day. Today, by the way, my name is Rashad Milligan. This is the World of 5K Subs. The cool media of the day for me comes from Her Hoop Stats. He brought on Ari Chambers for 40 minutes. Ari, if you know anything about her, she has 80 million jobs. So it is extremely tough to pin her down and especially get her down for 40 minutes. Might be speaking from personal experience, but a lot of good stuff in there. She's talking about free agency. She's talking about, of course, her NC State Wolfpack and the ACC, her favorite conference. So a lot of good stuff in there. So go check it out. Subscribe to Her Hoop Stats as well. And hold on, let me give this a thumbs up while I'm on here. So support to Karina and Calvin. Nah, man, gang. Shout out my folks over here in Atlanta as well. Anyways, Adrian Griffin, the coach over there in Milwaukee, has been ousted. I'm sure you all have seen the news now. The thing that's interesting about this is we have some drama behind the scenes with it. The first time I saw this tonight, I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, this is interesting. I was like, okay, let me go look this up and read some of the tea on it. Boom. Read some of the articles, get more information on it for this video. And then as I saw it, I looked on Reddit and a lot of the people were like, yo, this is old news. Everybody already knows this. I didn't know this. I'm sorry. I guess I just me in the dark and stuff like that. So Aubrey Griffin's father, AJ Griffin's father, Adrian Griffin, former assistant coach, longtime assistant over there with the Toronto Raptors, he got his first head coaching job with the Milwaukee Bucks this offseason. Obviously one of the top teams in the East back-to-back years. This year, the expectation went even higher when they went out and got Damian Lillard. Now, I say all of this because what they're going through at the moment is... they fired him. The team was doing relatively well. Not even relatively well. They were doing really well. Excuse me. Number 2 team in the Eastern Conference. As I pull up the schedule here. Not the schedule, the standings here. Here it is. All right, so you see him 30-13. They're coming off a win, and he was fired. So you might have seen it in the little tabs there when I pulled up the standings. But we have some drama behind it. Apparently, last summer, Adrian's someone related to Adrian passed away. A 2-year-old passed away, and that everybody said was common knowledge. They found out that there was no foul. I had to check the time. I had to make sure there was no foul play in Jace Griffin's passing as a 2-year-old, and there was none that they found according to the local reports. However, after the news that the Milwaukee Bucks fired Adrian Griffin on, what was that, January 23rd was yesterday? January 23rd, 2024, there was an interesting set of Instagram posts from the mother of Jace Griffin, the late Jace Griffin. So shouts out to Sportskeeda for the article because I do not be on the gram for real. But anyways, here we go. Adrian Griffin firing as Milwaukee's Bucks head coach on Tuesday shocked many, but not his son, Alan Griffin's late baby mother. But not his son's. Okay. I'm sorry. Alan Griffin's late baby's mother, Jasmine Riggs. There we go. Riggs rained down on Griffin as reports of his dismissal broke in the attention. For those wondering why, Riggs held Griffin and his family responsible for the passing of her 2-year-old son, Jace. Riggs posted a series of stories on her Instagram berating Griffin after his firing. God don't play. Behind my son is more to come for sure, wrote in her first story. Karma and more to come. Hashtag justice for Jace, she added. That's heavy, man. That's some heavy stuff. I'll read the rest of the story, get into it, but that's some heavy stuff just off top. That's some heavy stuff. Let's get back into it with the story. So here we go. Here are the graphics of her sharing the Bleacher Report. Oh, Lord. Oh, sharing the Bleacher Report graphic right here. God don't play behind my son. It's more to come. Right over the words fired and Bleacher Report. Then she shared another post. Karma and more to come. Justice for Jace. I do wonder what the rest of the story was. Just out of curiosity. Jace passed away on July 22nd, 2023, after he was found unresponsive at a home in Illinois. The mother told CBS 58 that a doctor told her son had fluid in his lungs. Meanwhile, the statement released by the Champaign County coroner revealed the preliminary results from the autopsy saying Jace died due to natural causes. There was no evidence of trauma or foul play. However, Riggs claimed the father of the child, Alan, and his father, Adrian Griffin, and his wife were at home when her child was found unresponsive and eventually pronounced gone. Shortly before his passing, Jace had developed a routine respiratory infection. Riggs found that 3 days before Jace passed away. She said he was healthy until then. He was supposed to spend the next 3 days with his father, Alan, and the Griffins, but he was announced he was gone on the third morning. Why did Jasmine Riggs blame Adrian Griffin and his family for his son Jace's death? Passing, excuse me. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm trying to go around, certain words that is sensitive to the algorithm and stuff. Jasmine Riggs didn't accuse NBA coach Adrian Griffin and his family of doing anything to her son that directly led to his passing. However, she did hold him accountable for neglecting her son, which is why he passed away. In an Instagram post she uploaded a few weeks after Jace's passing, Riggs wrote, hold on, let me get to it, y'all. Scroll down. Jace had 3 adults in the house when he passed away. Not one checked on him until it was too late. I'm not accusing these people of doing anything to my baby. I'm accusing them of neglecting my baby, and that is why he is gone. How long was Jace gone before 911 is called is important. Pray for the mother, y'all. Pray for the mother. This is tough. It's tough, man. Tough situation. In a follow-up post on August 10, 2023, Riggs revealed that Jace was alone in the Griffin house basement. She also claimed that she took Jace to a doctor and didn't have any fluid in his lungs, as suggested in the autopsy report. Jace was alone, and he was alone in the basement. She claimed that she took Jace to a doctor and didn't have any fluid in his lungs. She believed the 2-year-old went unattended in the basement despite Alan, Adrian, and his wife being at home. Oh my goodness. She also said Alan didn't return her texts or calls as she checked up on Jace the evening before his passing. In one of her Instagram stories, Jasmine Riggs said Adrian Griffin and his family didn't attend the service for her son either. She shared oh my goodness. If she didn't delete these, this is crazy, y'all. How's Jace doing? I cannot believe you let this happen to my baby. Hey, Jasmine, what are the details for the service? Did you bother to tell me the details of how my baby was doing while in your care? Did you bother to tell me why you left my baby alone now he's gone? Did you bother to tell me sorry at the hospital? You and your entire family didn't even come to the service to lay your grandson to rest, but look at God laying your career to... Oh. Wow. Okay. All right. These are the situations where I'm not going to comment that much on it and provide my personal kind of opinion on things. Because when it comes to people's business, hey, I think you should just present your news and then kind of keep it at that, because you don't know these people. You don't know their situation. You don't know who's who. You don't know who's the bad guy, who's the good guy. You don't know who's framing someone to make them look like the bad guy. You don't know who's the actual villain, as they say on social media. That's a crazy situation. But it's even crazier that she celebrated this man being fired. But it's even crazier of why. The entire situation is crazy. And just so you, the Griffin family, it's been weird. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's been a weird past few months for the Griffin family. Um, I'll give you the rundown of just what I've seen from the Griffin family since this incident. Things I can remember off top, right? So this happened July or August. I think it was August. I can't remember exactly. It might have been August, September, when Beyonce came to Atlanta. When Beyonce came to Atlanta, it was like, as it was in every other city that Beyonce came to, just like Taylor Swift. It was like local news, the whole city shut down and stuff like that. They had multiple nights planned for performances at the stadium. So that's as big as it can get. A stadium for performances, things of that nature. Beyonce had multiple nights, just like how Taylor Swift had multiple nights. I don't know if she had multiple nights in Atlanta for Taylor Swift, but Beyonce did. So anyways, as Beyonce starting off her 3 shows, I want to say, in Atlanta. It might have been just 2, one on Friday and one on Monday. But I'm pretty sure it was Friday, Saturday, and then Monday. I think that's what she did. And it was on Labor Day weekend. Anyways, as Beyonce's coming into town, the whole town's preparing for it. Adrian Griffin does a whole tweet and delete thread on not advising people not to go to the Beyonce concert because it's promoting devil worship and Beyonce's darkness and everything she represents with her, along with her husband Jay-Z, all the wickedness that they represent. Now, I love me a good conspiracy theory, and there has been a lot of questionable symbolism in Beyonce's art. And, of course, Jay-Z's art in the past and stuff like that. Like, that's not even a question. But Beyonce's art, I feel like it's a little more kind of like, if you want to say hidden. Like, she kind of does a better job of, like, hiding the stuff and everything in the past and everything like that. At the end of the day, I do think she is a human. And, she has probably things that she agreed to do in the past that she might not have recognized the impact of, or how it looked, how it was perceived earlier. And then she might look on it now and be like, oh man, like, I shouldn't have done that. I should have this and that. And at the end of the day, like I said, I don't know these people, and you probably don't either. So I don't know exactly what the full intentions were, if she was doing things to be intentionally evil, things of that nature. Anyways, he got a lot of backlash about that from the Beehive and just general people of, bro, you're ODing, like, you going crazy for no reason right now. And he eventually deleted the post. So that was that. That was kind of the first thing. This was in August, right? In the summer, right after this happened. Then, before the season with the Milwaukee Bucks, Terry Stotts leaves the Milwaukee Bucks coaching staff under Adrian Griffin before the season even starts. And he said apparently it was something like they had a team practice one time, and Adrian Griffin called. All right, there was a coaches only huddle apparently that he called at the end of a practice. So instead of going directly to the coaches huddle, what Terry Stotts did was Terry Stotts went to speak to Giannis and Dame, right, like by himself. And as he was doing that, apparently Coach Griffin, Adrian Griffin, yelled at him to, come over this way, come over to the coaches huddle. He said, bro, I'm trying to talk to the players. And he said, nah, come over to the coaches huddle. Anyways, eventually they speculate that the reason why he left was either because of the way he was being talked to, or just like not being adjusted to being a coach for nearly a head coach in the NBA for nearly a decade, and then coming back to an assistant role. So they said that it was like either or is the reason why Terry Stotts left before the season. Either way, that's weird. That's all. Those are 2 weird things and all things that happen. Third, AJ Griffin disappeared from the Hawks for like a month. I covered the Hawks. I interviewed AJ a couple times his rookie season, and he was like playing extremely well under Nate McMillan last year, before Nate was fired and they hired Quinn Snyder, because Quinn Snyder just wasn't playing him as much last season when he took over the reins. But it was still like, okay, AJ Griffin showed a lot of promise under Nate McMillan. He looks like a great player, a good pickup for the Hawks. And then he just wasn't playing much. He wasn't playing much to begin the season under Quinn. And then he just disappeared. Like I don't know if I've ever seen somebody just disappear from the team. Like, yes, there's definitely been some cases of that in sports history in the NBA, but it was really weird. It was really different. When asked about it, he just, like, Quinn was just like, oh, it was some family stuff, and I'll leave it at that. Take it for what you see that as. I didn't know. I had no clue what was going on. I was thinking, okay, maybe they're going to trade him, and franchise just told him to sit out until you get traded, lay low until you get traded. But then I hear this, and I'm like, what in the world is going on? Then, unfortunate. I don't even know if this has anything to do with anything. It probably doesn't, and it's really bad. And I don't mean no harm. When you hear this, I'm sorry. But Aubrey Griffin tore her ACL, and that ended her season with UConn this year. That happened too after this. Okay? I'm so sorry, Aubrey. Didn't mean to bring that up. So I'm just mentioning this is just something I've seen from the Griffin family. And then, now you have this. And as she said, when she was talking about Alan Griffin, she was like, it's over with, just like your career. Apparently, Alan, he plays too. I didn't mean to laugh. I'm so sorry. And he plays in Canada. He's not playing in the league or anything like that. And yeah. He's not playing in the league. He played at Syracuse, and he played at Illinois as well. And hold on, let me see something before I just leave, if I could find anything else. Might be some interesting stuff here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay. All right, anyways. Some weird stuff here, bro. But putting all these pieces together, something definitely seems different. I don't know if what y'all believe in, if y'all believe in, like, y'all could call it karma, but it seemed like sometimes, like, you could even have, like, you know what I mean? Just like, kind of things, a string of unfortunate events happening to you and the family after someone says something about you and says, you'll never, the color purple, until you do right by me, you won't ever. Fantasia didn't get nominated for an Oscar. That's crazy. Shout out Fantasia, bro. Shout out the color purple. Shout out regular color purple. Shout out Whoopi Goldberg. Shout out Oprah Winfrey. You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm getting off track. I say all this to say something doesn't seem right. And there might be nothing to this, and I might just be throwing out stuff. But these are the things that happen. I'm not insinuating anything. I'm just saying, from this date, and from what Jasmine is saying right now, Jasmine Riggs is saying right now, after this latest development, and thinking about all the other stuff that has happened in the past few months, feels like there is an attack on the Griffin family. You know what I'm saying? What I say this. I feel like this is a good way to end things and stuff like that. I say pray for both sides, man. Pray for the Griffin family. You know what I'm saying? They're going through a tough time right now. Obviously, you might not consider it as tough of a time as it is for for the everyday American citizen, because, you know, like Kevin Durant said, like, we get paid millions to do this. This is what we do. Adrian Griffin got him a nice contract to even become the Bucks coach. So he's good money-wise. AJ Griffin is still an NBA player. Granted, rookie contract, he's still an NBA player. And teams reportedly expressed interest when the Hawks made him available for trade. He's good as far as finances go. Aubrey, she still was in the rotation of one of the more dominant college programs of all time. Regardless of what happens, she could take that platform and kind of do what she wants with it, regardless of what happens when she returns from her injury. And the overall big scope of things, she's probably going to be good. Aubrey is probably going to be good. I say all of these things to say, financial, career-wise, the family's going to be good. However, there has seemed to be an attack on the family in the past few months. Regardless if it has does it have something to do with Jasmine? And if Jasmine, I don't know. I'm just saying what I've seen from what has happened to this family over the past few months. Seems like something has happened. Seems weird. It's fishy, etc. Everything else under the sun. So I pray for the Griffin family. As the season of apparent attacks, it seems like something's attacking them with the enemy or so-and-so, blah, 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 blah. Pray for the Griffin family in a time like this. Like I said, finance-wise, they're good, but mentally, that could just, like when it comes back to back to back, it don't matter how much money you have. If your mental not right, it don't matter how much money. Ask Kanye West. All right. Now, for Jasmine Riggs, we definitely want to pray for her healing. We definitely want to pray for her to be able to forgive the Griffin family someday, because obviously it's still affecting her. Regardless of whatever happened with her son, with Jace Griffin, she's not even anywhere near what it feels like forgiveness. You know what I mean? And just like the Griffin family seems like they're not going to know peace right now with these outside attacks. I don't know. AJ might be good. These folks might be good, because they're so strong and rooted in their faith. She's not good. It doesn't seem like she has peace right now, and I don't know if she ever will have peace in anything until she forgives this family. So we pray for her, during her grieving process, and we pray for her, to eventually, whenever she finds it right in her time and in her heart, because it's her situation, it's not mine, it's not ours, that she forgives his family. So overall, just an ugly situation, no winners, but that is what's going on, man. It's very weird. Those are my thoughts on that. My name is Rashad Malik, and if you are new to the channel, this is the Road to 5K subs. Hopefully the next thing could be a little brighter, because I don't want to just keep reporting on dark stuff. All right, peace out.